Welcome to the ride, y'all. Once again, this is another episode of Gavin Richard Presents here on channel GBoot2786. Whoever you are, wherever you are, I hope you all are doing blessed and safe during this season. Hope all is doing well. Okay. From the picture that you see here, you already know the gentleman on the right. That is the one and only Dr. Dre, Andre Young of NWA and also of Aftermath Records, and we can also say entrepreneur, wealthy guy, co-founder of Beats, which is very popular. I really don't even like those headphones because I bought two of them, and I saw how much I paid for them versus how much they were over in Taiwan. Pissed me off, but that's neither here nor there. So it's been reported on yesterday that Dr. Dre's wife, the young lady, or the lady that's pictured on the left, her name is Nicole Young. She has filed for divorce after 24 years of marriage to Dr. Dre. They've been married since, I believe, it was 1996 when they first got married. Dre was never married by that time, but he had, children out of wedlock, which doesn't surprise me or anyone because he's Dr. Dre. I mean, he had girls everywhere. But Dr. Dre's wife filed a petition for divorce. She's citing irreconcilable differences, which is basically a no-fault divorce. And ever since that was admitted into the 1930s, if I'm not mistaken, that was actually one of the first when divorce cases started to come in. And then gradually you saw people getting divorces and so forth for any type of reason, especially around the 60s is when it really ramped up because it was the free love environment and, having sex without consequences. So Dre said, unfortunately for him, he is worth about $800 million. Well, I shouldn't say that's unfortunate. That's great. The flip side of that is that his wife, according to reports, and it hasn't been verified, but Nicole Young supposedly is an attorney. Although I just looked at some information, she's not listed on the California Bar on the California Bars and State Bar Association's website. My understanding, they don't know where she got her law degree from or anything like that. I don't know. Maybe she does have one, but from what all records indicate, she's not licensed to practice in California. Not that she probably wouldn't even need to practice law anymore after this divorce settlement comes through. Because unfortunately, when you don't have a prenuptial agreement in California, which is a community property state, she's entitled to accrue everything that is part of that Dr. Dre's earnings. So Dr. Dre is worth reportedly $800 million. And remember, when he owned Beats, when he started that, a few years ago when they sold it to Apple, I believe it was around 2014, 2015, it actually sold for over $1 billion. And Dr. Dre became the world, the first hip-hop billionaire, or at least one of those. That's what they call him. I don't know if Diddy had that yet. I don't think Diddy ever amassed $1 billion, but Dr. Dre, I think, is the first to do it. And just based off the Beats deal. And so she has hired a lawyer, Samantha Spector, who's actually a high-powered celeb divorce attorney in California. And I'm interesting to this is that she's seeking spousal support, but she was formerly married to NBA player Sadell Threat. Now they have 2 adult children, Truly and Truise. Truise is the son and Truly is the daughter. So there's no child support to be left out, but she's seeking spousal support. I got to say this. I'm a believer in marriage, the institution of marriage. I believe, and I don't know what your religious affiliation is, but I do believe in God, and I do believe God ordained marriage as a holy institution between a man and woman. That's how I was raised up in the Catholic Church, me. And I believe in that. However, I do not like the government being involved in marriage. I do not like the legal aspects that come with marriage and the community property regime. Because you have someone, I don't know what this lady, what Mrs. Young, I shouldn't say this lady, but I don't know what she was doing before she met Drake. She was married to an NBA player, so I'm pretty sure, I don't remember this guy's name, but I'm pretty sure they weren't living in in the projects while he was playing basketball. I'm pretty sure she lived in an affluent neighborhood out there, wherever this guy played at. I don't even remember this player. Does anybody remember this basketball player? Sedale Threat. Let me see if I can find some information on him. I'm just curious because I've never heard of him. So, he probably was a bench warmer. I'm not trying to be ugly, but I don't know anything about the guy. So, okay. So, Sedale Threat, he was played for let's see what team he's played. He's a retired basketball player born in 1961, drafted by the 76ers in 83, was traded, played 4 seasons for the 76ers, was traded to the Bulls. He actually played for Seattle for 4 seasons before being traded to the Los Angeles Lakers in 1991. Okay, so yeah, I don't remember him. So I'm a little, I was born in 86, so I don't remember like Showtime and the Lakers or anything like that. Probably not till the the early mid 90s is when I started to, pay attention to stuff like that. Yeah, but her name was Nicole Plotzker. So she left him for Dr. Dre, according to what I'm reading. And damn, this guy had 14 kids. I thought Dre had kids, man. But Dre didn't have as many kids as this guy. This guy's father is thought to have fathered 14 children. And he's been married twice. His first wife was Nicole Plotzker. And she left him so that's her. So she left him for Dr. Dre. So she was married, so she knew the game. Look, she knew the game. Let's just be real at this point. Okay, so, and it's not uncommon that women marry celebrities, especially guys, in Los Angeles, guys that have money like Dr. Dre, because they know, they can provide for them. And all they have to do, and I'm just being real. They have sex with them, be a housekeeper, and have children. They set for life. That's how a lot of these women survive and make their money. As marriage has become practically a money hustle. That's why I don't like the legal aspects of it. I see it every time I'm in a courtroom. Because y'all know I practice family law. I practice in criminal defense as well and personal injury, but primarily I've had a family law practice, and even the cases that I'm not involved in, I've seen divorce cases while I've been in court, and guys, it is messy. It is definitely messy when you're talking, of course, when you have children that are involved, minor children, but also when you start dealing with community property, like here in Louisiana, we have a community property regime, community of acqueducts and gains. This stuff is for the birds. I'm sitting here putting this all on the internet, telling y'all the truth. It is not nothing nice when you go into a divorce court. And a lot of men right now are hesitant about getting married because of that. I think that is the main reason why marriage today is at an all-time low, because most men know that the court system that it's set up the way, and especially just the legal system in general. And I have a right to my opinion to critique the criminal justice system, to critique the judicial system, because even though it is, I think, our justice system is the best in the world, I also know it's highly flawed. I know that it's screwed up in many ways, and there's a lot of work that needs to be done. But, I mean, when you're talking about the civil aspect of it, the family law aspect of it, where you can be married to someone for over 24, 25 years, and that person, and I know the women are probably going to get mad when I say this, but they do not contribute to your work, your earnings, your beat. Like Dr. Dre, I don't think Nicole is a great rapper. I don't know if she knows how to write bars for Dr. Dre. I don't think she was doing that. I don't think she helped him produce Slim Shady's debut album. I don't think she helped him discover Eminem or things like that. I don't think she helped him design beats. And she's going to get basically walk out with $400 million. And you notice in this picture, I saw this one because this is the one from the Hollywood Reporter. Dre is not, Dre's got a kind of smug smile, and she's smiling like, from taking that picture, she's like, yeah, I'm going to get this motherfucker. Man. I don't like to be in people's business too much, but for the most part, but when you're in the public, when you're a celebrity, that's part of it. When you're a celebrity, you give your life to the public, all of your information, everything that your private life, all of that comes out in the open, sadly. That's something that you sacrifice when you sign this contract with this record company or with this movie company, this movie production. When you sign it to work with a film industry, in the film industry, you work for Universal, you work as a contract player for Paramount or Warner Brothers or whoever, and you become a big star. Well, the tabloids come out, the paparazzi comes out around your home, just like they did with Michael Jackson. I mean, your whole life is thrown in the spotlight, man. People watch you. So, I'm not so much up here trying to diss Dre, but shit, man, but I mean, damn, it is what it is. It's out in the open. She filed for divorce from him, and she's 50 now, so, she's going to be set for life. And I'm sure when they got married back in '96, I mean, Dre wasn't thinking about, most people don't think about prenuptial agreements. Hey, if I get rich and married, I'm going to make sure before I get married I have a prenuptial. If I come up with money, man, because this is all, there's no way. I mean, $800 million, and I'm going to lose half of it. I mean, unbelievable. Wow. It's hard to believe. And remember something, too. They tried to get at Dr. Dre right after that movie Straight Outta Compton came out. Because remember, they started talking about wanting to complaining about the movie because the movie didn't show his relationship with Michelle and all of these other women and how he was abusive to all of these other women. The movie wasn't even about that. Okay? Movie wasn't even about that, but everybody wanted to make it out to something that it wasn't. Not saying that I defend Dr. Dre and what he's accused of, by no means. But we have a get you society. Luckily, his kids are adults, so they don't have to deal with that. So there's no child support. And, you know, of course, I don't know who his attorney is going to be, but sometimes some couples, they may reach a settlement. But I mean, I don't think why would I settle for less than $400 million when I got it right in the bag, since I don't have a prenuptial agreement? Unless they just get a loan file and a lawyer, you know, that would be, if you can walk away with that and you're Dr. Dre's attorney, hell, that's good lawyering if you can get them to settle that. But, you know, I don't see that happening. Be fair, ladies. Let me just ask you something. If your man, if the roles were reversed, and your man after 24 years wanted to divorce you, files for divorce and is requesting half of the shit that you worked and put in for, how would you feel? I saw women that were upset when a few months ago, when Mary J. Blige was ordered by that judge to pay her husband spousal support. Because most of the times, and women were upset on my timeline when I was talking about it, and that's because most of the way our culture and society is set up is that we look at men being the providers, which traditionally we are. And, you know, a man is supposed to get up and get out on his own and get this money and so forth. But you have something like this where another spouse is a multi-millionaire, is a celebrity, gets royalties, and you know, for every song that they write or every song that they sing. There's no way in hell any spouse in their right mind would try and waive something like that. And I think when Dre married this woman and married Nicole, and she divorced her first husband for him, they fell in love. He probably wasn't thinking about a prenuptial agreement. I don't think he was, especially being young at that time. But man, this definitely got a lot of people thinking twice about marriage. Ladies, do y'all think it's fair that Dr. Dre has to give up half of his fortune? Brothers, what do you think about all of this this thing with Dr. Dre? Do you think Dre is being well, I'm trying to think of the right term. I don't say he's getting punked, but do you think he's getting screwed out of this? How about that? Do you think what are your thoughts even on marriage right now? So give me a holler if you guys got something to say, want to talk about it. Leave a comment in the description. Guys, I am out. Thank you.